actually gold 2.0. Agree or disagree?
I think, look, to me, it looks like a modern-day tulip mania. I mean, the fact that there are people in the hard money community that have embraced a Bitcoin. Look, a bubble is a bubble. Whether it was the .com or the real estate bubble, there's a bubble in Bitcoin.
Ben is calling in from Boston, Mass. Wants to talk about Bitcoin. Ben, you're up.
Oh, hey, Peter. I'm a premium member. Huge fan of your show. And I actually, I called in the other day, but I do agree with you about a lot of things with Bitcoin. As, someone who's been involved in it for a while, I don't necessarily think the price has to be, has to always appreciate or depreciate. But, you have to look at, I remember a show you did a while back about poker, and they were talking about the fact that, you have to have real money, in order for it to be fun. Well, they're making it almost impossible, for people to play poker online. And, you talk about the free market and the fact that Bitcoin is a solution to a problem, even if it's just used for online poker. The new poker sites that are coming out, they're Bitcoin-based poker sites. So, there's a lot of people, a small amount of people that use it, and, it's not going to have the traction. It's not an investment. It can be an investment if you're savvy enough, if you know enough about it, if you follow it closely, if you're hedging. But it's a select group, a very small group of people that use it. We're enthusiastic about it. We like it. And,
But I think it would be,
yeah.
It might be too dangerous to play poker with, because so if I want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoins, fractional Bitcoins to get into a poker game, but what if they lose half their value before I cash out? What if I get 100?
That's not the case, because Peter, first of all, the hedging is built into the application. A lot of people can be using a Bitcoin-based solution, and they don't even know if they're using it or not. So it could be denominated in a poker-based currency just for the poker. The Bitcoin is just a means of exchange. It's just, when you understand how Bitcoin
but you're saying
works,
that, but I can pay poker with a Bitcoin without ever having to own the Bitcoin. Yet,
no,
if I don't buy the
first of all, Bitcoin is very easy to buy if you live in a major metropolitan area. You can buy it with cash. I spend my Bitcoin at Staples. I buy my office supplies there. I've spent at CVS. It's accepted from many merchants across the country, but their POS systems are so out.
Staples, wait, hold on. Staples, you can go on Staples and they'll take Bitcoins?
Oh, right in the store. I pay right in the store. It converts it into a QR code, okay? Now, the way it works is their POS systems are so outdated that it's very hard for them to integrate something directly into the POS. So what the app does is it converts your Bitcoin into a gift card that you can pay with your mobile phone directly at the counter, and there are hundreds and hundreds. I actually probably thousands of merchants that you can.
All right, so they're not actually accepting the Bitcoins; they're accepting the gift card that has dollars in it. So you use your Bitcoins to buy a gift card.
Exchange also. So that's the idea. It's a barter type of system. You can trade your Bitcoin.
I know, but you had a, but you still had a
Bitcoin. Is not
but you
wealth.
still had
it's not gold. Yeah. Sure.
Right, but you still had to liquidate your Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know, but you still had to
savings in Bitcoin. It's a very speculative.
I know, but Ben, the point is that.
Sure.
Yeah, I got to make this point, because the point is that you still have to sell your Bitcoins to buy dollars, and there's always a risk.
No, I get paid in Bitcoin. I get paid in Bitcoin. I'd rather get paid in Bitcoin. You don't have to do that.
But Staples does.
Bitcoin can be denominated in other currencies.
Wait a minute, Ben. Yeah. Ben, but Staples isn't taking the Bitcoins. Staples is taking dollars. So you had to.
It would cost them so much money to transform.
Yeah, that you can't dismiss that. You can't dismiss that. So you're still having to go.
But what I'm trying to say is that it's an anomaly. It doesn't have to be what you decry. It doesn't have to be one thing or the other.
I know.
It doesn't have to be a replacement for the dollar. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, but anyway, I can't spend the whole this time because I got a lot of calls. But Ben, thanks for calling.
He did the same exact way. Ron, where you at for that?